Quick question. We saw you make a lot of adjustments here. We talked about how that last game went to double overtime and all that. What was the biggest adjustment that you think you had to make this game? Was it like adjusting to Dominique Malunga? Was it the new addition of Brittany Sykes? What was the biggest factor that you had to adjust to be successful in this game?
Yeah, I mean, that's what it is, right? Like the ability to adjust. I think Sykes gives them some serious firepower off the dribble. Changes things. And then, Malunga is so hard to guard. She's just so big and athletic. So trying to figure out, I think when they go really big, we kind of went a little smaller with Rakia at the 4, because that, as I always say, the knife cuts both ways. They got to defend us. Mm-hmm. So it was kind of a battle of wills. Like, it seems like every time, it was like the last time we played, it was back and forth. We have some great length too, but we're banged up and tired. Mm-hmm. So I think subbing a little more with that in mind too. But Seattle's a good team, and they got a lot of powerful vets in that roster. So I couldn't be more proud of the team. And yes, I'm tired too, and I played a minute. Yeah.
Dave?
This one's for Kelsey. 7 assists tonight. I remember asking you at the beginning of the season about, how I feel like we maybe haven't seen your full playmaking game unlocked. You said, your goal was to be top 5 in assists. You're actually top 3 right now.
Oh, okay.
In what ways, have you kind of been able to showcase that part of your game a little more? Not just tonight, but just overall.
Yeah, I think it's super important. Always been known as a scorer, and I just think that I've learned over time, like your impact on the game a lot of times, because you can score, you're going to draw attention and finding people, and I think as you can see on the run we've been on, we're better when I'm kind of doing both, and so trying to pick my spots, and it's tough. Like we played at Golden State, and they put a ton of pressure on the ball, so I was, trying to get off of it, and we didn't make shots and stuff like that, but tonight I was really proud. Because there were definitely times where we didn't make shots, but people just stayed in it. And in this league, a lot of times you just have to stay in it, and then it's like a 1 or 2 possession game, and anything can happen. So just really proud of the plays people made down the stretch, and it's a growth moment for me too. Because a lot of times I was like, I'm supposed to shoot it, but a lot of times it's just making a play to someone else to shoot it.
For the players, can you guys just walk us through the emotion of Erica's shot with 5 seconds left? How did it feel? How excited were you guys? And then for Coach, we've been talking a lot about how Kelsey is able to kind of shape shift and be like a scorer, be a playmaker, whatever the team needs. It kind of felt like her N1 at the end of the first quarter brought a lot of momentum and kind of changed the course of the first and second quarter. Can you just talk about how she was able to show exactly what you've been talking about tonight and do exactly what the team needed, scoring, assisting, rebounding, everything?
We're happy. We're playing for that kind of game, Like, it's exciting to play that kind of game, and at the end, when you make, like, the great shot, the shot that we need, like, it's just, like, a great feeling, as a team. Like, you feel like you win as a team again, like, because it's everybody, and when we play like that, it's just, like, we had so much fun, and it was tough for us at the beginning of the game, really tough, but then we came back. With the bench, we came back, and that's why I'm saying, like, when it's a team win, like, it's so different, the feeling is so different, and it's just amazing to me like that.
Jack.
Wait, she asked me a question.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I was going to say there's 2 parts.
Wait,
Let's try to stick to one question, because we have a lot of people who want to ask.
In terms of KP's playmaking, I think, she and I have talked about it a lot, and she's mentioned things and I mentioned things. I think, she's wanted this situation where, she's going to get to play a lot and have a lot of opportunities, and leadership is hard, and figuring out when to push, when to pull, when to give it up, when to take it over, and she just continues. It's a process. She continues to get better and better in it. And you're seeing the results of that. But she's so competitive and wants to win. And I think everyone's on board with that. But like to Julie's point, when we're playing and you see the distribution of shot attempts on our stat sheet, that's the way we want to play. That's really hard to guard and hard to scout for. So I'm really proud of her and what she's shown in her leadership capacity there.
Hey, KP, this one's for you. Dearica kind of mentioned it in the postgame. She said she was excited to help get the Sparks back to Sparks basketball. Obviously, the road is not done. You still got work to do, but the atmosphere is so electric. The belief is here. Do you feel it, and how important is it to you that you're a part of that and getting us back to Sparks basketball?
Yeah, I mean, the playoffs are our number one goal, right? And so I just think every game is super important. And again, really proud of the bounce back, right? We could have folded, especially early. But there's something to this team, right? We're young, we're competitive, we're hungry. And shout out to Cameron Brink. I mean, to come in and score 14 points in 10 minutes against someone that's just as big as you, like, that's absurd. You know what I'm saying? And I just think that, you know, Dee's right. You know, we want to win, and, you know, I think that there's a ton of pride in that. And I said this before, LA appreciates winning, right, at the highest level. And so, you know, we're just trying to stack wins and get in the playoffs.
Coach, they hit you with a 17-0 run in the first quarter.
They sure did.
You're down 16. you're down 7 with 2.5 to go in the game. You guys obviously come back and win. When you look back to the early part of the season and you guys were losing games such as this, you always kept saying, we have to learn how to win. Mm-hmm. Do you feel like your team has learned how to win?
I think they're learning, yes. And they're not flinching, right? You know, I think it took us a quarter to kind of get the let out from the game last night and the travel, and, you know, you climb in bed at midnight, and then you get up and you got to reattack. I mean, it's emotionally hard, and these guys chose to get up and reattack, and that's learning how to win too. But not getting phased, you know, they were up, I think 87-82, and Z hits a layup, and then call her number for the three, she knocks it down, and suddenly the crowd's back, you know, like, that's just learning how to win. Not getting, you know, the worst thing you can do is fear losing. The worst thing that can happen is you lose, but you don't want to think about losing. You want to think about just winning, next play, stay in attack mode, and you know, and then Dearica's, you know, she made a play. They kind of blew up the play that we were trying to run for Rakia, and Dee just made a great, and then hit her free throws. I mean, she was huge plays. Julie's steal at the end. I mean, everybody contributed, just like what she said. When it's a total team win, that's what learning how to win looks like.
Last two questions, Ray and then Lauren.
Ray Morales for Tribune. Just following up on that actually, but how big was that bench play today with Cameron scoring 14 and Ray scoring 8, I believe, and Van Loo with the corner 3 in the second quarter?
Yeah, I thought the bench was great. They brought in a ton of energy in that first half. Lou got it going. Ray is just, you know, she was really good. She just brings a spark, and then, you know, what a luxury to bring in somebody like Cam Brink, and she's still, you know, getting back to fully cleared, but impactful minutes. And like KP said, you know, to go 5 for 6, that's a talented player right there. So loved our bench tonight, you know, and 15 shot attempts is great. That's what we want. We want that balance.
Lauren Jones, Mojo Media. KP, this one's for you. Just how is the trust in this team, and, you know, just kind of your belief in your teammates? You said that, you know, that was part of the contributions to being able to pass more and that opening up that part of your game. So how much has that grown, even over this last stretch of, you know, just seeing them win and seeing, you know, your teammates step up?
I mean, I think the biggest story that no one's talking about is Julie. You know, there's a big difference between, I don't know our record with Julie going to Eurobasket, which I was like, ooh. And then Julie back, right? And it just, I mean, it helps me personally a ton. Like, selfishly, I was like, please don't go, because she takes so much pressure off me. She runs pick and roll, her pace is unbelievable, she reads things super well, and Julie doesn't get a lot of credit for her defense, her intensity, her competitiveness. She makes big plays. If you look back at our wins, especially down the stretch, like, Julie's making big plays, right? And so I have a ton of faith in everyone, but especially when the person that's handling from the top is like poised and centered, that brings everyone, you know, just like calm. So that last play, like Coach said, it blew up, Julie just comes off the screen, hits D for a pocket pass, like, that's a major luxury. So anyways, that's like something that we don't talk about enough, you know?